start off with this one for you, Fabs. It comes to us courtesy of Tony, who asks, I'm pick 6, Odell or Brown or Hopkins, assuming they are available.
Hold on, is this the dude from Chips?
No, that's Eric Estrada.
Eric Estrada. Oh, I love that show growing up.
We don't know any relation.
Whether it's Tony or Eric, it's AB. No question about that. As talented as OBJ is, as talented as Nuke is, Antonio Brown is clearly the #1 wide receiver in fantasy football. In fact, guys, he is the only player in all of my tiers who has his own tier.
Oh, there you go. His own tier. Wow. That's
AB
rich.
tier.
You know,
That's rich.
AB's in the penthouse, you know.
You got the helicopter, right? Comes in.
Hey, Marcus, why don't you take this one from Ryan? Will Chris Hogan keep that wide receiver 1 spot for the Pats after Julian Edelman returns?
I would say it's probably not likely just because we've seen how Julian Edelman and Tom Brady work together. Obviously, you have to wait through the first 4 games while Edelman has his suspension, but when he gets back on the field, he and Tom Brady just seem to work so well. The upside, though, for Chris Hogan is this is a wide receiver core that is in desperate need of guys to make plays for them. I mean, they let go of some guys. Kenny Britt, Malcolm Mitchell are gone. There aren't a lot of guys with a lot of experience here, so even when Julian Edelman comes back, Chris Hogan's still going to get looks because we know one thing. If you are open, Tom Brady will find you with the football.
And just look on his social media on Instagram. You see Tom Brady, he didn't have Chris Hogan out there running routes with him. He had Edelman. That's his guy. They travel together, and they go to Costa Rica, Nigeria, and all over the place. Throwing balls.
Nigeria name drop. There's a ding you for that one. But you know Tom Brady's going to get his points, so guys on the receiving end are going to get them as well.
Theirs.
All right, this one is for you, Akbar, sent in from BGL Kills 18. Will T.Y. Hilton be back to his old wide receiver 1 form with Andrew Luck back? That's a question a lot of folks.
Well, first off, let me say I love the Twitter handle prayers, so I'm going to bless you with this answer.
Bless him.
Bless him. Of course, T.Y. Hilton's going to be back. Look, don't sleep on Andrew Luck. Remember, this is Andrew Luck. Don't forget people were saying that he was the second coming to Peyton Manning and he's going to be this, that, and the other, future Hall of Famer. Now, all of a sudden, after an injury, people want to doubt Andrew Luck. This is going to impact T.Y. Hilton to another level. This is your friend. You can text him and say, I said this personally. Fabs, I don't know him. I don't text him, okay? But you tell him that I said he's going to be back, all right? I'm looking at 1,400 yards, and I'm looking at double-digit touchdowns this year for him.
Woo. I like the handle here, @BabyDrunk85, who wants to know, hey, what do you think about Quincy Enunwa with Sam Darnold under center? Ak, you want to take it?
I'm sorry. Is that for me? No, I'm not. I'm not a believer, but go ahead. I'm not a believer.
So I think Enunwa will be targeted more often than we might think early in the season. Jermaine Kearse is dealing with an abdominal injury. But with that being said, if I'm looking at Jets wide receivers, Robbie Anderson is my guy. I think he's really being undervalued in most fantasy leagues. Enunwa did have a nice season 2 years ago.
So answer the man's question. Because I told him I'm not a believer.
Unless I am in a deeper league, Enunwa is not someone that I would draft.
Yes or no?
I just did.
It's no.
I think Akbar can't handle the truth.
Never could either.
But Marcus, can you, as we go to our final question from Harrison J. Mojo, got to start one guy in week 1, either Kenny Stills, Mike Williams, John Ross, or Michael Gallup?
Well, Thanos, the fresh
I know,
maker.
as Thanos, right? I can snap my fingers and then
just make
these three guys just vanish, and you're left with Mike Gallup in this one. And I like Mike Williams. I think he's going to have a big year. But we're talking about week 1. I see a situation where the Cowboys may be forced to throw the ball a lot more. The Chargers can still lean on the run game if they have to. And I know Ezekiel Elliott's there, but I expect the Chargers to kind of have better game scripts than the Cowboys all year long. So Gallup is a guy who really flashed in the preseason for me, and I think he's going to do some big things in this offense, especially, as I said, if the Cowboys have a lot of negative game scripts and Dak Prescott is forced to throw the football.
Thanks for sending in those questions, everybody. We've got more coming up for you still ahead. If you have already had your draft, we've got you covered because our Week 1 fantasy predictions are finally here. That means football is around the corner, and you can find out which quarterback sitting on your waiver wire right now is going to light it up in Week 1. That's next.
It's the $3.49 King Meal Deal. Get 2 sandwiches, fries, and a drink for